Yo, it's episode 52 of my blind old school RuneScape playthrough from several years ago. This one I'm finally checking out the Red Prison, the Corrupted Gauntlet. I still have like a terabyte of videos to get through, but there's less and less content in them now. Like it's just 10 hours of amethyst mining or my 5 daily Corrupted Gauntlet KC, of which I only really show you the last KC of the day. So I actually don't think there's going to be too many more episodes before this series concludes and I can start working on the next series. This one I'm starting to have a problem. At the time, I was really excited about NVIDIA Broadcast, which is like a noise removal software that turns out sucks really bad. Frequently in the video, the noise removal just kind of cuts out and you can just hear my full HVAC system in my house. It's not super distracting, but it happens a couple times, so I thought I'd give you a heads up about it. This video is also the first time in the series that I lost some video files. I'll talk about it a little bit later. It'll be a timestamp for that short ramble introducing what I'm going to be doing to deal with the data loss. Fortunately, I had RuneLite screenshots to cover a lot of the missing video content. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the playthrough. Just going to try to go for 1 corrupted KC for now, and I guess I'll do 4 tomorrow if it's doable. Spooky, different looking. Okay, I was able to do prep in time, so that's promising. All right, here goes nothing. The extra health is going to be a problem with the number of potions I'm bringing. I probably need to make 1 extra potion just out of safety. First attempt gauntlet, corrupted gauntlet. I'm good though. I don't want to do that ever again. Well, no, I need to do that like 399 more times, but not that way. I don't want to do that again. Holy shit, that was scary. I feel like I need to try to make tier 2 armor. Pretty good drop in terms of money. Oh, that's interesting. Does that not show as... It doesn't show separately in the loot logger? Well, I'm very excited to have gotten my first corrupted gauntlet kill. It shows that the 50 kills I did in normal gauntlet were worthy practice. I was able to one-shot the real thing. Definitely either think about making tier 2 armor or about bringing 3. I'm probably going to bring 3 potions from now on. I was having to like flick rigor at the end, which I don't want to be in the business of doing. I think I only need to get 10 KC to get ranked, but I'm going to be there for 400 plus kills for reasons. I'm going to go to bed soon, but I'd like to do these clues, plant this crystal sapling, but I also think I'm going to try to get another crystal acorn. That's an auspicious start. Crystal implant right away, right at the tree. I'll just open that one right away. Rune arrows. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to try to hop for crystal implings just in an effort to try to get another acorn. Wow, the number of players who have done 50 regular gauntlet clears is like, it's like 20k players. I guess everyone just is corrupted and doesn't bother because they don't care about whether they show up on the high scores or not. Upgrade this cape rack down there. All right, I'm going to go on mute as we very slowly hop and try to get some implings here. So I'm researching ways to get crystal shards, because the only reason I'm doing this is for crystal shards, and I don't think it's a particularly efficient way to get them. I mean, there's a chance that the impling itself gives shards. The acorn gives like 15 shards. And I've discovered that pickpocketing elves seems pretty good, especially with the rogue outfit. Whenever you happen to pickpocket an enhanced crystal teleport seed, that's 300 shards. And I would definitely turn it in for shards because I already have a crystal teleport seed. So 300 shards gets you a good chunk of the way there to finishing the bow. Now the problem is I'm not 99 thieving, because having 99 thieving gives you the thieving cape, which is a significant improvement to pickpocket success rate. But I guess if I'm looking for something to do and to use my foot pedal on, it might not be a terrible strategy, especially since I'm close to my POH and can recover health and stuff. I guess they added a new spell to the Arceus spellbook that helps, so I have to research that as well. Anyway, I'm going to look into it some more. As much as I'm uninterested in 99 anything, but especially uninterested in 99 thieving, this might be an interesting use case for it, to make sure that I have more than enough shards to make all of the crystal armor, to make the F bow whenever we get that drop. I don't think I'm going to have the first world problem of getting an early F bow drop and then have to keep grinding for shards in order to convert it. I doubt that's going to happen, but if it did happen, that would suck really bad. So I'd like to just have the shards ahead of time. So let me look into that a little bit further here. It looks like having 99 magic makes the Arceus pickpocketing spell better too, so that's a good sign. You know what, I'm just going to try it now, because why not? I don't think it's possible to fully trap. I have the rogue outfit deposited? Yeah, I'll go get it in a second. Do have dodgy necklaces, though. There's a bit of a fly in the ointment. Looks like there is no swap to left-click pickpocket them. I think that's true anyway, I'll have to check. It's a little mean, given that you can left-click pickpocket just about everything else in the game. All right, I'm about out of time for the evening, but this is really, really, really effective. It's like 20 to 25 shards an hour, which, you know, doesn't sound great, but I think, let's see, I got about 750 elves in 2 hours. 2 hours and 7 minutes, but if we round it down to 750 for just 2 hours straight. So it should be about 3 hours for a teleport crystal, and because of the rogue outfit, the whole reason this makes sense is because the rogue outfit doubles the shards you get and it doubles the crystals. So that's 300 shards every 3 hours if I get it on drop rate, which I should for the number that I ultimately have to go for. So if it's 300 every 3 hours from 2 teleport shards plus, let's call this, I got 60, but I think I got lucky on the drop rate. So let's call that like 20 or 25. Let's call it 20 to be safe. So if I get 60 plus 300 is 360. So like 120 shards per hour. and I want to get 2k in the bank for the bow. So I really only have to do this thieving for 16 hours, which sounds terrible, but it's not that bad. It's actually somewhat chill. Just been listening to 100 BPM music over here to do it. I'm going to go to bed, but I will probably do more of this tomorrow, in addition to getting 4 Corrupted Gauntlet KC, and probably doing these clues at some point. So I'll see you around. Oh, also tomorrow we should be doing some Dagonoth Kings kills, Supreme and Prime, to try to get the 150 KC for the Hard Diary. So Chaos Factor's on, we'll do that. I'll probably just Gauntlet or do Thieving until he's available. So I'll see ya. Bye.
Hello, good morning. I'm probably gonna go do my 4 Corrupted Gauntlet KC, but for the first hour here, I need to wake up. So I'm gonna do Clue Geodes. Should probably start alking stuff. I'm gonna start by doing an hour of pickpocketing because I really want to try to get my first teleport seed pull. So I'm gonna go try that. Hey, just got the teleport crystals. That's almost exactly on rate. I was on steel number like 953. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep at this for a little bit. Maybe finish out the hour, and then I'll see about doing Corrupted Gauntlet. Very exciting. There's 300 shards right there. I need to figure out where I turn these in order to turn them into Amrod in the inn. I guess if I end up getting a ton of these, this might be the method that I use for making money. It's tolerable. It's a lot of money per hour. Making money to pay back the bonds, right? Because I'm gonna have the herb lore level by the end of this. I'm gonna be within boost range for the herb level to make the divine super combat potions. Enhanced crystal teleport seed. Yes, 300 shards. Wonderful. Now just give me a few more of those. This is a huge discovery. For some reason I just didn't think about thieving as an option here, because I've been sort of dreading the crystal shard part. Like, it's filled me with this sense that I was either going to have to do hundreds of Zolcano kills, which I'm super over Zolcano. I show up, I'm predicted as a Zolcano bot. Like a 0.33% chance of being a Zolcano bot because of how many kills I have on it. I don't want to do more Zolcano. If I get early armor and crystal weapon seeds from the Corrupted Gauntlet, I don't want to feel like I have to do hundreds of kills just to get the crystal shards for it. And having a source of a lot of extra shards will let me do things like disassemble the crystal harpoon, move those into the pickaxe for amethyst. It'll let me finish spending all of my crystal keys. Basically the objective is to like spend the least amount of time on crystal shards possible and on an activity that's pretty low brain power. And this is pretty low brain power. I'm just going to put on a 100 BPM song and click pickpocket every 2 beats. So anyway, I'm going to fill out the hour like I said, and then we'll see about some Corrupted Gauntlet. I'm going to roll, so of course you're like, oh, you're just weaseling out a Corrupted Gauntlet. Kind of, yes, but I mostly just want to push through until we hit 92 thieving, so I'm going to do that. Considering getting some squirk juice from the Sorcerer's Garden minigame. I did a lot of that in leagues, and basically none of it in the live servers. +3 thieving boost with preserve could last quite a bit of time and might help the pickpocket rate just a little bit, so I don't know that it's worth stepping away for it. The next time I run out of dodgy necklaces, I guess I can just go do it now, because I think the summer one's the one where you can line it up so that you can just one click to clear it. I might need to do some practice on it because I haven't done it in a while, but I don't want to get a ton of them, just enough to see if it makes a significant difference in the pickpocket rate. This is already feeling familiar. Beautiful. Easy peasy. I'll just try to do that until my inventory is full of these, I guess. Oh, but I've only ever done this on leagues where I have infinite run energy. I need stamina potions here. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind if I come back for it. Because I'm giving up 3,000 thieving XP if I make this into a juice and drink it. So I'm just going to get these 2 and see how it goes. Okay, so I could optimize that if I wanted to, but my main interest here in just seeing how 3 thieving levels with preserve affects my success rate. If it's not significant, then I won't bother with this, but it looks like the difference between 91 and 94 is like 1% pickpocketing chance, which is significant when you're actually level 94, but insignificant when you're considering the squirt juice, so. And the number of actual pickpocket attempts you get in the space of the +3 boosts. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm glad I tried it, though. Hey! Got another enhanced teleport seed. It's exciting every time that happens. Every time you steal that, that's like 6 million gold. And you're going to get one every 3 hours, so it's like just from these seeds and not from any of the other drops. And just like that, from thieving alone, from, I don't know, 5-6 hours of thieving, we're already a huge chunk of the way there. 92 thieving, that's a lot of thieving. Overall, pretty good deal. Let's look at the loot tracker here. Yeah, apparently 12 million for 4.5 hours of thieving, 116 naked shards, and then 600 from the enhanced teleport seeds. So yeah, that's quite nice. This 364k should double it. It's like 7 something. I gotta do Corrupted Gauntlet, but I need to step away and take a break really quick before I do, so I'm gonna pause the recording here. And I'm sure that thieving is gonna continue. Maybe that'll be I'm able to give the game my attention, but I don't want to do Corrupted Gauntlet activity. While Amethyst is I can't give the game my attention at all activity. Where does that put us? Shards. We're about halfway there. That's really exciting. So if I'm getting a enhanced crystal seed every 3 hours, and I'm getting about 60 shards in that period, fewer than 10 hours of thieving to be 100% guaranteed, well, close to 100% guaranteed, to have enough shards to corrupt the bow whenever it drops. So that's extremely exciting. All right, I'm going to take my break. I'll be back. Okay, I've got caffeine in my system. I think I'm ready. Let's do 4 Corrupted Gauntlet, Casey. I think I kind of lucked out that I didn't die on my first attempt. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to die on subsequent attempts. Oh, right, I have to deposit all this shit. Oh, I might need to clear some bank space before I do this. Got a little too excited. Yes, this is a problem. Let me at least do some alking in the lake. Hold on. You can make the Gilded Cape Rack. Is that the one that I have to like boost for? Oh no, I can make that. All right. So I'm going to do that too, because that's going to save me some inventory space. That's going to involve me getting a gold leaf though, so I'm going to run and pick that up real fast. Also, I never got around to buying the ranged cape, so I may as well do that too. Gilded Cape Rack, okay. I think it's the Ranging Guild would be my guess. Tell me about your cape. Oh, you buy it, okay. Yay! Ranging cape. Very exciting. I can eventually put a Vorkath head on there to make it work like an assembler, sort of. Doesn't give you the range strength bonus, gives you prayer instead. There's a very small niche of use cases where you'd want that, I guess. Let's get alking here. Okay, now I'm gonna go try to do Corrupted Gauntlet for Casey. Let's go. Anything to delay it, right? Should do those clue scrolls too, but okie dokie. Alright, kill count 2. PC3, I haven't failed yet. Knock on wood. I'm getting heart rate at the end of each of these right now. I don't know how long that's going to last. Alright, that was 4 KC, but Chaos is on, so we're going to go finish up these Dagonoth Kings. Let me try to gear up here for that. I will come back before the day is out and finish up that 5th KC, and then try to commit to 5 corrupted per day. In theory, it should take me about 80 days to get the bow, but I've got a bunch of other things to do at the same time, so 80 days seems about reasonable for the timeline I was going for with doing the Inferno anyway. Alright, probably come off mute once we're set up at DK's. See ya. Hey, Siricol just dropped, which is exciting because that's something that I equivalent exchanged before and felt a little icky about. So now we can just consider me having borrowed it instead. And another Dragon Axe, okay. Don't need it, but sure, why not? Another Dragon Axe. 3 uniques in a row, what the fuck? Wasting my gauntlet luck. Mud Battle Staff, that's the last unique I need from these guys. Fantastic. I think my collection log might show is done for them now. I had to teleport out with like 10 kills to go. It's kind of a bummer. Lost like 7 Ranars that I was juggling on the ground, which kind of sucks, but I need like 10 more KC on both losses. Hey, got an archer's ring. That's nice. There's the 150 Supreme KC achievement. I need to get 3 more. There's 50 KC on 150 KC on Dagonoth Prime. I might try to kill my Abyssal Tentacle here. It's almost out. Holy shit, I just got the pet. I gotta warp out of here. That's crazy. I was not A-ing that. I typed A because my tentacle lasted for the last kill. I think it has like 1 hit remaining or something silly. 3 more attacks. But yeah, Dagonoth Supreme Jr. That's pretty cool. Just gonna punch some guards to finish depleting this thing. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go insure that and put it in my house. Make a new whip really quick. Tentacle rather. 500,000 coins. Wonderful. This is a mahogany house, so I can do a consecrated house. It's mahogany plank times 4 on a magic stone, which is like 1,000,000 gold, but I like having the extra space. There's a consecrated house, and there's a desecrated house. I guess there's 1 level above that I just have to boost for, so I'll wait until I actually have a relevant pet to bother with that. And sell this archer's ring to help pay for the cost of that new furniture. Alright, cash money. I'll add that to the spreadsheet as a significant thing that I sold. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cross off the Siricol. I mean, I did actually trade for the Siricol, but a much earlier rule was being able to borrow stuff and then pay it back later by getting it legitimately, which is what we did. Alright, I'm going to split the recording here. I got to look through the VODs to figure out how many pots I owe Chaos Factor. I'll be back. Hey, I don't have a ton of time here because I got to prep for stream, but I'm going to try to get that last Corrupted Gauntlet KC. The stuff you can see in my inventory are all the potions I owe Chaos Factor from when we were... so I'm going to trade those to him when he gets online. He's actually not here at the moment. I'm just going to run in and see if I can get this 5th Gauntlet KC real quick, and hopefully he'll be back by the time I finish it. I might make a calendar of Corrupted Gauntlet KC over the next 80 days, so I can say that I need to have this KC by this day, so if I feel particularly inspired, I can do multiples. I got teleported into the boss without being ready, so this might be a shit show. We'll see. Whew. That was real close, but I managed to do it. And I got 3-2-1 Mage. Nice. Scary, scary stuff. I learned that the tier 2 armor is extremely strong, even if I can only make a couple pieces of it. I didn't make the full set, and it helped with my accuracy and it helped with my damage, and obviously the damage taken, so I might try to make a better effort to make tier 2 armor. I guess the problem is I have to bail out on it, so maybe I'll just always plan to do tier 1, and then if things are looking good, I'll try to make the best of the remaining time and make tier 2. But I should leave to prep for stream. Those are my 5 Corrupted Gauntlet kills for the day. I'll see you around. Bye. Good morning. It's a new day for me. Deadman Reborn just launched, which I'm not going to be touching, but I'm going to try to take advantage of it to try to get the Wilderness Boss combat achievements done on the hope that most of the sweaty PvP players are in Deadman, or will be in Deadman, instead of hunting bosses there. So when Chaos gets online, we'll probably go do some of that. In the meantime, I should just try to get my 50 Corrupted Gauntlet KC out of the way. I have to do a lot of AFK stuff soon. I finished building a new computer, and I got to go through and get it all set up and get things transferred over, so that might involve me not recording it. And at this point, the only content I have available to me to not record other than cannonballs is Sacred Eels, so that's probably what I'd end up doing. And I finally died, with the Hunllef almost dead. I mostly filled that one at the preparation phase, because I got pulled in without having all my combo food ready. It's kind of a bummer. Alright, let's try again. That was an important lesson, though I was a little bit distracted at the beginning, thinking I was only going to go for tier 1 armor, and that small distraction was enough to get me in trouble, so as soon as I do Corrupted, I gotta stay completely focused, ignore Discord messages, that kind of a thing. And I died again with it almost dead. That's pretty brutal. 5 clears in a row, my first 5 attempts, and now I died twice. Painful. Both times I've failed now, it's at the preparation level, so I keep trying to go for tier 2 armor. I should just say no, unless if I'm completely ready with tier 1, ready to walk in the door. Because the problem is, once I'm ready to walk in the door, I still have a bunch of food on the floor, right? So switching gears at the last second is super dangerous. Definitely frustrating to lose by running out of supplies. I'd rather die than making a mistake in the boss room. Sometimes fishing gets stuck, and I don't know why. It seems like arbitrarily, occasionally you'll be fishing and you only fish 1 tick instead of both ticks. I'm actually get a full preparation with tier 2 armor this time. How nice. Cutting it not as close as I've been cutting it. There's a KC, a very comfortable KC with food. I feel like I almost want to go for tier 2 armor every time, and if I don't get it, or if it looks like I'm going to get a bad setup, reset early, because it made a huge difference actually being prepared. I was able to win without too much trouble. Alright, 4 more of those. Oh, okay. Finally died, dude, just to fuck up. Man, I did so well in those first 5 kills. It sucks to lose because you've just invested so much time and you had a good setup and you have tier 2 armor and you get 4 more KC. I screwed up my prayer because I got low on health and panicked. I got trampled and it completely threw me off. Wow. Did I just get really lucky in those first 5 kills that nothing shitty happened? The thing that I didn't realize at all in the first 5 kills, and maybe it was just luck, I didn't realize that the floor was changing over so fast. Jesus. Okay. Today is a bad day for me. Brain is scrambled, apparently. Finally got a kill. That one was pretty clean, too. Tons of food left over. Alright, we got another one. 2 more for today. This run's a wash. I'm just going to leave. I think if I become comfortable with that, of just leaving if the prep goes really badly, rather than attempting Hunllef and spending 4 minutes dying, you know? I got another clean one there. I think I just have to have the muscle memory, I guess, because I did a bunch of regulars and then I did some corrupteds, right? And then I let a whole day pass without doing any gauntlets, so maybe this is a very risky piece of content to step away from for some amount of time. One more clear, and I'm done with my 5 for the day, and we'll get on the high scores, which is kind of nice. So here we go. Crap. I got trapped and trampled, and it was going perfect until then. Alright, I guess doing it 5 means I'm probably going to make 5 failures and 5 successes per day. Thanks. That was too bad, too. I was close to a perfect run as well. I hope I get that perfect achievement somewhat soon, because right now my heart rate starts spiking when I think I'm going to get it, and it makes me play less well. And if I don't care and I just like get hit occasionally, I think that's going to help. The floor tiles changing so fast makes it really hard to not take floor tile damage sometimes. So yeah, I screwed up. Whew. I screwed up perfect gauntlet early, and then I was able to perform because I didn't care about making minor mistakes after that. I think that's probably just the objective. All right, 10kc, very exciting. If the F-bow didn't exist, that's probably where I'd stop with Corrupted Gauntlet, because I just wanted to, get on the high scores for it. I'm probably going to take a break, and then hopefully when I come back, Chaos will be ready and we can go do some wieldy bosses. I'll see ya. It's a lot of alkables. So I'll alk these real quick. I might want to go get these clue scrolls out of the way, too. Inner casket, of course, has nothing. Medium casket has nothing. Hard casket has nothing new. Okay. Hey, we're gonna go get the 2 Chaos Elemental kills, and then we're gonna go to Vedion, I think. Alright, there's the Hoarder achievement, which at least we're getting something here. Hey, I got the flincher. That was a really annoying achievement. Yay, Chaos got the flincher. Alright. Alright, gearing up for Vedion. Hey, and we got a kill. Sandview drops, really nice. I'm gonna go bank that. A really nice 100 Ranar weed drop worth like 750k. Pretty cool. Hey, Vedion Adept. 50 kills. I'm gonna help Chaos get his here. All right, Chaos just got his 50kc. Got my 50kc. We're gonna even up real quick. All right, evened up. I'm gonna pop out. See ya.
Hey, future Marstead here. So I had to rebuild my rendering PC in August of 2022 because of a disaster. My cat threw up through the grating on the top of the computer and fried it. At the time, I thought I had recovered all of the files that I had on there, but apparently I'm missing some. I number all of my VOD clips, like, OSRS Endgame 251, 252, and so on. And number 253 is missing, and so are numbers 255 through 263. Just missing clips. Don't know where they are. I've searched every conceivable hard drive. I have like 10 extra hard drives lying around. Cannot find these handful of missing clips. Fortunately, I can still reconstruct what I was doing at the time using RuneLight's automatic screenshots. I was really hoping it was going to turn out that I wasn't doing anything particularly interesting, that I was just at like Motherlode Mine or something, but unfortunately, all of my Venenatus kills were during this period. So I'm going to show you a quick slideshow of screenshots from the missing periods in between clips. I'll try to like pop in and give some commentary to do my best to make sense of what happened like 4 years ago. So starting from here, you'll see normal video clips interspersed with me coming in as Future Marstead to talk over screenshots. Here we go. So the first missing VOD was me practicing the method to trap Callisto. I don't know if this works in the modern game anymore. You can see a player death that happened there. Somebody killed me and I died from poison after I successfully escaped from the PKer. Here I'm mostly just fumbling to try to get the method set up, but I eventually get relatively consistent and avoid getting PK'd. The objective as usual is just to get to 50 KC, both to be on the high scores and to complete relevant achievements. I do still have clips of the majority of my Callisto kills, so they're coming up now.
Hey, good morning, folks. It's early in the morning, so I want to test out Callisto. Obviously, I'm going to do my 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC, and I know I can't play as much today, so I'll probably sign off a little bit early, which I guess you have no conception of whether something is happening one day or the other, so I guess you don't care. Yeah, let's try Callisto a bit here, see what happens. Well, this is a bad start. It's already somebody killing it on the 2000 total world at like 5 in the morning. So I'm less worried about competition, more worried about getting PK'd, so as long as just people killing it and not people killing me. There's PK already. Annoying. Maybe I don't want to do this after all. Kill was almost done too, it's so annoying. Come on, game, just let me get out of here. And we escaped. So fucking annoying, God. Just want to get these kills. Well, at least I can out-heal this shit. Let's see if I can go finish my kill here. Finish the kill at least. It's another player, but I don't think I needed to hop. This looks like it's really easy for me to hop here. I'm surprised I was able to hop mid-attack almost. Maybe I'll make this more tolerable by doing like 10 Callisto per day. I can't stack too many X kills per day, but every other combat achievement I've kind of just been able to grind out. Not this one though. Swingiest boss ever. That time I just happened to land a bunch of good hits and ended it much more reasonably. That first peak, well, knock on wood, but I think that first PK may have been a fluke. Like, I've been pretty much left alone since then. Maybe I'll stay here longer, we'll see. This sucks, but it's not complete. It's not the worst thing I've ever done in RuneScape. It could be significantly worse. I think I got the safe spot lure mostly down. It can go wrong if the boss knocks you back in the middle of it, but I watched a video, and finally in the video someone actually seemed to explain kind of why the safe spot works. What exactly you're trying to do. I forgot to restock on ammo. Alright, well, he's mostly dead, so we're about and grab some real quick. You guys have to kill him at his spawn, so that's nice. $75 red dragonhide. Okay. I went from saying I'm going to do 10 kills a day to, I mean, this is probably going to change the instant I get PK'd, but now I'm like, let me just stay here and finish this. I never have to do it again. I just hit 25 KC, so already halfway there. This isn't the worst thing I've done in RuneScape. This is a kind of an awful boss, but I'd love to just get the 50 KC and be done with it. That would be great. I'll have to come back for 150 KC, I think, for the elite achievement, but I'm not going to think about that right now. And the PKers here. Bye-bye, friend. Okay, escape the PKer. That wasn't so bad. That's what my monkfish is for, I guess. Try to finish that kill, see if the same PKer is here, if they're just back to hopping. I guess it's an advantage of this boss that I don't need the inventory space. I can bring 1,000,000 monkfish. I don't actually have to use any of the monkfish while fighting the boss. So if a PKer shows up, I've got a lot of healing before they can actually finish me off. I think the 99 magic, 99 defense is helping too. They seem to be splashing quite a lot. And they're back. Alright. Should have known better. They're getting luckier this time in terms of landing bullshit on me. And got away again. Alright, well, not finishing this kill, apparently. That was after KC 25, too. Sit AFK at the bank for just a quick second here. I'll be back. I think after I escaped that guy earlier, he decided to leave. Works for me. 23 more kills. I'm going to see if I can just push through and get it done. If I do, I might delay my 5 daily Corrupted Gauntlet kills until after stream tonight. I'm going to have some time to play in the evening. To me, I feel like Corrupted Gauntlet's instance. I can go do it whenever. This might only be available in the morning during Deadman when a lot of the sweaty PKers are gone, so... Yeah, I should have seen that coming. There's a person over there that looked like they were a scout. Should have anticipated it for sure. Yeah, I just got teleblocked. Interesting. Expire in 2 minutes. I need all these This person's an extremely high effort PKer. I think I'm gonna die now. I don't think I have a way out of this. Yeah, and I'm dead. I forgot to protect item. I don't even know if they're going to pick up any of the shit I left behind. We'll have to see. I lost an archer helm. Probably should have trained my super restores once they hit me that last time there. If I see a scout like that next time, I gotta hop. Fortunately, their entangle spells kept landing, but it looks like they had like max mage gear or something. Never seen anything quite like it. They took everything. Hilarious. At least I think they did. Oh, wait a minute, just to see if anything spawns. Alright, I think I'm going to split the VOD there just to review what I lost, because I'm actually not sure. I want to say I lost an archer helm, black vambraces, maybe? I think so. Oh, I can just look right here. I was almost done with my diamond bolts, actually. I needed to leave to restock after that, so I lost like 10 diamond bolts, whatever super restores I'd gotten from the boss drop, but I don't care about that. Archer helm, black d'hide body, chaps, and vambraces. I think that's it. So that wasn't that bad. I won't split the VOD. I'm gonna make more black d'hide vambraces, but I think I'm all out of leather. Let me see. See, I would bring the Barrow's gloves, but they protect over the fucking assembler, which is just not okay. Like, I don't understand why it works that way. I just can't risk the assembler. I wish this was switched. I guess I could not bring the Necklace of Anguish and bring like a glory amulet instead. Maybe that's the smarter play. Yeah, I think that's smarter. Okay. God damn it. Not again. Dude. There's the teleblock again. know, this is 100% not worth it. This guy's got like max mage gear. He's so much more of a tryhard than the previous guy. Just scared the shit out of myself because I felt like I was missing a really rare item, but no, I just... What did I even drop for him? Just Black D'hide and a Glory? I think that's it. God, that shit's so annoying. Oh, I did drop him 100 Diamond Bolts E, which is somewhat significant. Let me craft some of those here. I should probably take that as a clue to take a break. I don't want to, like, play stupidly because I'm tilting because of a frustrating PKer. If he hadn't have showed up, it would have totally gone for 50 kills. I was on track for it. Okay, so you end up getting like 27k from my bolts. That's fine. Alright, and I am going to step away, maybe just give that guy time to log off and to do some of my errands. So you don't know what day it is from your perspective, but my goal is to get to my 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC and to hopefully finish the Callisto kills today. I might have to do some of it after stream. We'll see. But I'll catch you around. Bye.
All right, so this is the longest period of missing footage for me here. I'm going to reconstruct it all via screenshots. As you can see, still getting Callisto kills here, getting PK'd occasionally. Eventually, you're going to see that I stumble on a strategy of just using Vengeance, just like bringing exactly enough runes to cast Vengeance and then just suiciding on Callisto. Given how close I am to a bank and my ability to teleport basically straight to Callisto via the Fountain of Rune teleport on the Wieldy Sword 4, this was actually pretty good DPS, probably not competitive with sitting there and shooting it, but importantly, it kept me not vulnerable for a long time, right? Because if I'm constantly running to go Vengeance the boss instead of standing in the place where every PK or hops, the chance of me getting PK'd is much lower. I stuck to the Vengeance strategy all the way to my last kill because it was pretty effective. I still got PK'd a couple times because PKers be PKing, I guess, even though Deadman was running and this was super early in the morning, they were still able to find me and kill me. Never gave them any drops, though. At best, they got like a couple monkfish here and there. Took forever, but I did finally get 50 KC and the associated achievement. After that, I decided, well, it's still Deadman time, so I should still do Wieldy stuff. Let me go ahead and train prayer for a little bit and burn through some of the bones in my bank, so I went and did Wieldy altar prayer training. Spent enough time on that to get 3 prayer levels, so I went from 88 all the way up to 91. After that, and this is the most unfortunate thing, I have no video clips of any of my Venenatus kills, so I'm going to try to do my best to explain how that worked. I'm guessing this method has long been patched, but like with the other 2 Wieldy bosses, Callisto and Vedion, it was possible to trap Venenatus somewhere where she couldn't hurt you, and crucially, you could attack her from 29 Wilderness, which meant that you could always just escape if you saw a PKer immediately. Which means in my case, I never saw a PKer. It was completely pain-free, I didn't get killed a single time or even harassed once. Actually super chill. You would just pull her the instant she spawned, get her to a spot where she got stuck, and then just attack her freely and then loot and move on. Looks like I was wise to have the loot logger in every screenshot so you can see how the loot pile increases as I get my kills here. It was around this time when I was getting these kills that Jagex was openly talking about trying to fix the Wieldy bosses. My understanding is that there's easier versions of all 3 of these bosses now. one of which I fought on my Bonfire Man account, but I haven't seen the easy version of Callisto or Venenatis yet. And I don't really know what they did to the main bosses. I think they have like a big arena that's structured like the Revenant caves or something, where like you're risking things by going in, and then you have an opportunity to escape if someone shows up. I assume they're like real fights now. But anyway, I eventually got to my 50 KC on Venenatis, and then went and tried to do Corrupted Gauntlet and died immediately. And I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do this today. I had spent basically the entire day in the wilderness, so I think I was pretty done after all that. I now have clips that resume after that.
Hey, I'm back, and I have a bunch of work to do. I gotta edit. I can either do Sacred Eels or Amethyst, and I think I'm gonna do Sacred Eels. There's Fishing 92. Probably gonna bounce out of here soon to do these clue scrolls. I still have a lot of work to do, so we'll likely stay here, but I like to get the clues done. Okay, I think I'm gonna step away for a second. I am gonna do these clue scrolls anyway, so I was gonna do that. But I'm going to take a break, probably come back and do the clues, look through my bank and see if there's anything calling to me. I'm feeling a little aimless now that the hard combat diaries are done. Like easy, medium, and hard have kind of been the thing I've been working on the side this whole time. And now that I don't have that anymore, I guess I could turn my vision to the Elite Diaries. What I don't want to do, what I definitely don't want to do, is just go hard nonstop on the Corrupted Gauntlet, because I think I'll go crazy if I do that. I think I need to keep that to 5 per day, or I'm going to lose my mind. Let me see how my blowpipe's doing now with all these scales. Whew, still got a ways to go until it's full. In any case, I'll see you around.
So based on my file naming structure, I should have one more missing clip here. I don't know what happened though, because I have no screenshots in that period, so it must have been something that didn't trigger a screenshot, right? I could have been continuing to fish for Sacred Eels most likely, since I wouldn't have gotten a level up and nothing that would have dropped would have triggered a screenshot. But as I mentioned at the end of the clip there, I had just finished basically doing all of the hard achievements that were accessible to me and was starting to feel a little bit aimless, knowing that the only really big thing I had left to do was grinding Corrupted Gauntlet. If you're wondering why I fell off of old school RuneScape for a while, this was the beginning of the end. I think this is like the end state of a lot of Iron Men accounts that start to burn out, where you're running out of AFK grinds, you're running out of skilling grinds, you're running out of PVM stuff to do other than one thing that's particularly draining or has a drop that would like free you. I'll talk about this a little bit more in the episode's conclusion.
Hey, I'm back on a new PC, so I've tried to move all of my settings from OBS over. I think it all is working, but I'm not 100% positive, so I'm going to continue to do something that I guess if I lose some of it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm just going to keep pickpocketing this guy for a little bit. I might split the VOD in 20 minutes or so just to watch it and make sure that it recorded properly. Oh, right, I have to install Stream Deck on this computer so I can mute easily. Alright, well, I'll just manually mute in the meantime. Okay, so this would be a good test case. I've only been at it for like 11 minutes, but I think I'm out of dodgy necklaces and I have to craft more. So I'm going to go craft more, I guess, and then I'll pop out and watch the VOD and make sure it turned out okay. Hey, so I actually went to bed after I signed off from that test. I was really tired, because I'm still pretty sick. I'm going to make these dodgy necklaces, I think, and it's a new day, so I got to do my 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC, so I'll try to fit that in as well. Alright, this is going to be a short recording because I got to restart my computer to install some stuff, so I'm going to do that real quick. But I have like 200 necklaces crafted. I'll probably come back and enchant them, and then we'll see what we're doing next. Okay, I think I'm back. I'm still having some audio issues in my ear, but they shouldn't be making it to the recording. I am going to enchant these dodgy necklaces. Okay, I've got exactly 300 dodgy necklaces. I do owe a Corrupted Gauntlet run, which I'm going to do in a second. Let me do a little bit more thieving here. Got a Crystal Impling. Ranar Seeds, pretty good. Thieving 93. I don't know why I just sat here for almost 5 hours to get Thieving 93, but I did. I'm probably going to take Thieving to 99, all entirely from elves, just because the money, I'll probably be able to use that money to pay off the bonds that I bought for splits earlier. I didn't get any additional enhanced teleport seeds there. I was ahead of the drop rate, and now I'm on drop rate as long as I get another one by Steel 4000. But I gotta take a break. That was too much manual pickpocketing. I wish I could just left click them, it would make that much easier. I do want to review how many crystal shards we're sitting on now. 1582, so still not enough to corrupt the bow when we get it, but I think if we were to get the bow, I would go really hard on thieving until we had exactly enough to corrupt it. We need more than 2k though, so we can charge the armor once we get those drops. I'll be back soon. I promised that I would do my 5 corrupted gauntlet kills for the day, so I will do those.
Hey, real quick here. The numbers weren't adding up on gauntlet clears, and I found a bunch more kills. They weren't included with boss kills in the screenshots for RuneLight. They were under chest opening, which makes sense. So these are 16 chests from clearing or attempting gauntlet in that period where I was missing video files. Okay, just wanted to show you those. Back to these clears.
Got double trampled there by a not great pattern, and also wasn't fully prepped, so bummer. I'm really sensitive to how many crystal shards I get from picking materials. Like, sometimes you get really lucky and get a shitload of them. Sometimes you just do multiple nodes in a row without getting any, and if I don't get any, it's usually hard for me to recover because I can't, like, track down the wolves or unicorns or whatever to fight them. I think that's the thing that's most likely to get me in trouble right now. It's extremely frustrating. I just clicked in between the Hunllef's like horns, so I clicked the tile behind him and walked into the dangerous tiles underneath him. That was a oof. That is probably the most annoying death I've ever had, because it's my fault. It's my fault. I should know. I really wish that you could just click anywhere on the tile that it's standing, though, instead of like the actual hitbox for clicking mattering. It seems so bizarre. Oh, I had 3 hit points left. I ran out of potions as it killed me. That's painful, but it hit slightly harder on one other attack. Today's not a great day for me to do the gauntlet. Apparently slipping. Yeah, I had to make potions in the boss fight, and that's probably when I should have just warped out once I realized I wasn't going to get to the potions in time. I only had 2. Oh, I just got completely stacked up by tornadoes. This is a bad day for me. I've been doing days where I'll get like 5 in a row, and then 5 in a row, and then just get completely crushed like this. It's killing me. Stacked up by tornadoes, had plenty of food, just was a tick late to click them to start healing. I'm not doing more than 5 today. I was thinking about doing more than 5. I'm definitely not now. Alright, there's my 5kc. I'm not doing this anymore today. 30kc, no uniques yet. 50 plus 30, no uniques. Guess I don't want to start getting nervous until we get to 50kc. We should have at least 1 armor seed by then. Hey, crystal implant. Rune arrow tips. Boo. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a break. I don't know what I'm doing next, but figure something out. Hey, I'm back. So I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I've been thinking about it, and I think what I'm gonna do is agility, actually. I know, it's been a while. I would like to get to 92 agility for the sepulcher. Just a piece of content that I haven't really fully explored because I haven't wanted to without the chance to get something cool like the Ring of Endurance. Alright, I'll see ya.
Alright, that's 100 laps. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. I forgot how slow agility is. But I might. It's reasonably inattentive. I think I'm going to go to sleep. I'm still really sick. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I feel like getting this F-bow and the crystal armor is a really huge deal in terms of unlocking content for me, because there's other stuff that I'd like to do. Like, I'd like to try a solo Chamber of Xeric again. But it would only really make sense with that sort of a thing. And the elite achievements, at least for now, feel unattainable, so I don't know if I really want to actively go after them. So I'm definitely going to stick to my 5 Corrupted Gauntlet a day. Every day I sign in thinking today I'm going to do more than 5, and then when I'm done with the 5, I want to die. I don't touch it anymore. And it's been really nice having combat achievements since I came back to the game as like a scaffolding to build my day around. Like, okay, well, I'll do some of these achievements, but now that I'm looking at a tier that I don't plan to finish, it's a little bit trickier. I guess I could narrow it down to the tasks that I know that I can do and just try to knock those out, right? Yeah, maybe I'll move to starting to work on the elite achievements. There's like 3 or 4 achievements on the elite list that I'm concerned that I won't even be able to do at all. Namely the Chambers of Xeric, Challenge Mode, some of the Theater of Blood achievements. I think there's one that I need to have Verax's Flail for, which is going to require me to go do some barrows, which I guess isn't the end of the world. Like, I don't hate barrows, especially with equivalent exchange. I can probably get most of the gear there without doing too much KC. I just did a ton of barrows on Trailblazer League, and I kind of never want to go back. So, anyway, I'm going to go sign off. Maybe one of these days I'll work up the courage to do more than 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC per day, but we're going to stick to 5 for now. It's the minimum that I'll commit to. And hopefully in the next 3 months, I'll eventually get a Crystal Seed and enough armor pieces for the Crystal Body and the Crystal Pants. Because once I have those, the world is my oyster. There's all kinds of things that we can do at that point. I'll see you around. Bye. Yo, it's a new day. Let's go do these 5 Corrupted Gauntlet kills. I am having dreams about this content. That's a really bad sign. Really bad sign. I did not realize that when you stored them here, it gave it back to you when you came back. So I could cast Vengeance every single time I do this, couldn't I? Okay. Thought I had to actually, like, walk over here naked. Yeah, I've seen people post, like, you can bring Vengeance into the Gauntlet, and I'm like, do you mean you have to run to the bank every single time? That sounds awful. About to die in the Gauntlet part of the Gauntlet. That'll be a first. Due to failing to protect from the Dark Beast across the room and the wolf nearby. Big time loss to top off, but I might try to. Seems like an okay roll so far. Just ran out of food. I made some mistakes at the end, but mostly just ran out of food. It's some not super great prep phase. Just rushing to pick things up at the last second. Alright, there's my 5kc for the day. Still nothing interesting in terms of drops. I'm going to take my requisite post-gauntlet break, so I'll be back to do something else. See ya. Hey, I'm back. I'm not sure why, but once I started doing Corrupted Gauntlet, I lost all impetus to keep doing Amethyst, and I should do it. Like, I'm going to head over to do that. Tempted to change, to uncharge my Crystal Harpoon and turn it into a Crystal Pickaxe again, simply because I have access to plenty of shards if I want to be patient enough to thieve for them. I'll be losing a lot of shards in this thing. Because I think if I do Temporos again, I'm not interested in fishing XP, I'm interested in reward points, and this thing's actually worse for reward points. The reason I switched it to a Crystal Harpoon was to do the 2-tick Swordfish method, but then I discovered 2-tick Dark Crabs and it was way better. So I'm going to dismantle it. It's fine. It's done. We can maintain a Crystal Pickaxe indefinitely. I think this might be the... I don't need a Crystal Axe. I don't need a Crystal Harpoon, so I just want to keep it as a Crystal Pickaxe forever. And then we'll fund it via coming back to do thieving all the time. I think that's a reasonable solution. It's only like 100 shards to... I guess the big thing is I lost all the shards that I put into the harpoon. But that must have only been 100 shards too. Man, I was making a big deal out of this, but I guess I was making a big deal out of it before I discovered a way to consistently produce crystal shards. So it's like an hour of thieving. I guess I wasted an hour on the crystal harpoon itself, and then another hour on turning it into the crystal pickaxe. But in any case, I think it's completely fine. I forgot how effortless amethyst is. I should just start doing this. After I realized I was going to do some of this on mobile, it kind of discouraged me from continuing to record it, but this is so much easier. I've actively been not playing RuneScape lately, because I haven't really had something that was this inattentive, but there's no reason not to do it, I guess. I should probably start turning some of these into amethyst arrows as well. I'm going to make darts until I have enough darts to completely fill the blowpipe, but like amethyst arrows have some use cases, it seems like, so I guess maybe fewer use cases once I actually finish building the once I get the F-bow drop, because then I don't really need ammo anymore for bows. But if we ever get a T-bow, or if I ever get enough money to buy the T-bow that I've already unlocked from Clover's drop forever ago, it would be nice to have them. Anyway, back to mining. Okay, I'm back. I think I fixed the life split timer, and I got my recording testing done. Back to it. Alright, I'm testing prayer flicking and having this discussion in Discord. Seeing if I'm on the high risk world, I'm seeing if this is good for my flick consistency. Let's see. Oh man, that's going to be game changing. That probably got fast forwarded, but I can actually flick without it getting delayed on the high risk world. It changes everything. Alright, I'm going to take a break real quick. Yo, I'm back and AFK for a bit as we do some more amethyst. I didn't see it, but I passed 60 unidentified materials, so I'm going to go pick up the regular gloves that I think you combine with the superior gloves. I should make 100% sure that I buy the right ones, though, or I'm going to be very sad. I think it's mining gloves, 60 unidentified materials. Speak to Bologna with these gloves and the superior mining gloves and 60 unidentified materials, who mine them into a pair of expert mining gloves. Okay. I think I'm just going to wait until I have 120 rather than trade early. It's just going to take up bank space, Alright, I gotta go to bed. I'm going to fletch these darts really quick and load up my blowpipe. Oh, I don't have enough feathers. It's funny. Get some feather packs. Okay, we're up to 14k darts in the blowpipe, so that feels like a pretty good number. I'm going to keep going, obviously, with amethyst for until we get to 92 mining would probably be when I stop. Although, honestly, I'd like to get the expert mining gloves, so in case we don't get 120 unidentified materials before then, I'll probably keep going until that point. And that would unlock me being able to do that on my phone and try to start tracking time separately. We're definitely going to get to 16k darts, and I'm going to want to get probably up to 32k darts and 32k scales. I like to have 2 full charges at the ready most of the time. Consider that like my 0 balance. But in any case, I gotta go to sleep. Tired. I'll see you next time. Bye. Good morning. I need to get my 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC in today, but first I would like to not do that. AFK for a little bit at Amethyst, and then I'm probably going to do the Corrupted Gauntlet. I should do these clues before I go back to Amethyst, so I'll probably do that just to make sure we can get more of them. Once I do the Gauntlet, I'm probably going to take a break today because I have some chores I have to do around the house that aren't really compatible with the kind of AFK content that I have remaining in RuneScape, so eventually I'll figure out something I can do while I'm like vacuuming and shit. I used to be able to do like Nightmare Zone for that, but I've dried up all of that content. Alright, we're up to 4 caskets. I'm guessing the beginner casket's garbage. As always, easy casket. Still not very exciting. Medium casket. No ranger boots. Hard casket. Just alkables. Well, that wasn't worth it. At least I created the chance to get more of these drops when we go back to mining here in a second. I'm not going to spend a ton of time, maybe an hour or two. Got some computer stuff I have to do, and then I'm going to come back and do my corrupted gauntlet, and then I'm going to sign off to do chores. Okay, I'm about to hit 90 crafting, mostly from chiseling amethyst, so that's pretty exciting. Well, not mostly, but the end of 90 crafting came just from this. There it is, crafting 90. Don't have to boost for onyx amulets. Technically, I guess I can make redwood birdhouses. I think I have to get to 93 to be able to make all of the Zenite jewelry, so that's still a goal here. That's probably going to be my stopping point for amethyst for now. Head out and do these 5 corrupted gauntlet kills. So let me make these darts first, I guess. Well, I got an elite clue scroll, so I should go do that before I continue here. I have 1 kill left to do. Been going well so far today. Knock on wood, but no issues so far. Okay, elite casket. Let's see what we got. I just want to finish my shit for today. Master clue. I guess I don't have to worry about a master clue dropping. I have to worry about an elite clue dropping, and I could do the master clue before doing the elite clue. So I'm going to bank that for now, but I will come back and do it. I would like to finish my my gauntlets for the day. I have 1 more. Such a relief every time I do. Okay, there's a 5kc for the day. I've gotten nothing so far. 40 plus 50. I'm starting to get real nervous that I'm going to go like Calphite Queen, Demonic Gorillas level dry on this. Somebody in my Discord, Shambles, got a 1kc enhanced crystal weapon seed on their Iron Man. Yikes. Very scary. But in any case, I'm done for today. I'm going to go ahead and do this Master Clue Scroll, and I'm probably going to step away. Back-to-back fallow steps, getting to use this mad music cape. Saving me seconds. Oh, 3 in a row. And it's the Dragon Defender again. God is real. Look at that. Best master clue ever. I probably shouldn't say that. He's probably going to give me a really nasty step here. God, another Follow the Bard step. This is 4, I think? That was the lowest effort master clue I've ever had to do. 4 Follow the Bard steps, a really easy Sherlock step. Very little running. Most of the places are right near the teleport locations. It was great, to be honest. Okay. Master Casket, what do we get? Nothing. It's a bummer when you get a dead Master Casket, of all the things to be dead. Hey, I'm back. I've got an appointment in the morning tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get ahead of my Corrupted Gauntlet kills. Because I'm a crazy person. I don't know if vengeance is actually worth it, but I guess damage is damage. I've had enough times where I've died with the Hunllef on like 3 hit points, so even if I don't take my prayer off and it just reflects like 3 damage, might make a difference. Cannot find another demi-boss for the life of me here. Alright. Just gonna try it with a tier 2 staff. Can't believe I randomly got that Wolf Puncher achievement. Alright, there's my 5kc for tomorrow. Still no drops. I'm getting worried. If we do 5 more and get to 50kc and there's no crystal armor seed, game doesn't remember when we go dry. It doesn't give us credit if we go dry. It also doesn't remember if we get a drop early, right? Drop rate's the same, so it's better to get spooned. What a wild claim. On the plus side, I've produced enough alkables here, apparently, that... I saw crystal playing. Produced enough alkables here that can already buy 2 bonds back. So I'll think of it that way, like, worst case scenario, if I go crazy dry on this, it will at least almost all but guarantee that I will be able to pay back all of my splits from before, so... painful as that's going to end up being if that's what happens. Crystal and plague, what do we get? Rune javelin heads. Yo, good morning. I got some work to do before my appointment, so I'm going to go do amethyst mining. Hey, I'm back. I'm glad I did the corrupted gauntlet early because I do not have time for it before stream. I probably won't be able to play this evening. All right, I have to prep for stream. Let me make these darts really quick. Oh, I'm out of feathers again. Oops. Probably just need to go on a feather buying spree here soon. I think this isn't to produce enough darts to fill my blowpipe. I think so. I forget how many exactly it is. 16k and some change. I'm gonna get 92 fletching just from this. All right, 16,383. We have a full blowpipe, and now we're working on having a second full blowpipe worth of darts. So another 16k darts in the bank. Very exciting stuff. When I come back, I'm probably going to keep doing amethyst for a bit. I'd really like to get that 120 unidentified materials. Really like to get 92 mining, after which I'll start doing amethyst mining and sacred hills without recording it. Hey, good morning. I'm logging in today, and it looks like the elite Falador diary area for amethyst is here. So that's really cool. I'm going to do a little bit of that while I get some prep done this morning, and then we got to go do our tasks. Truly are a friend of Falador. Go on in. You may access the cave. Okay. Sweet. Anyway, I'm going to do this for a little bit, and I'll come back. This is a nice little... how open this cave is. I'll never have to go over there again. Okay, I got to do my daily 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC, so I'm going to knock that out. Also going to buy more feathers. Guess I may as well pick up like 16k feathers. That's how many I'm trying to get in the bank. This one might need to be a bale. I just could not find a weapon frame in the first few minutes at the start. I don't know if I'm gonna bail. Might. So I'm gonna do it. I should do it now. I had to run really far to find a single rat. I'm just gonna bail. It's not worth it. Oh. Gauntlet Master? Oh, for getting 50 KC. I was like, what? Why did I get 2 tasks? That was weird. And I guess Corrupted Gauntlet counts for regular Gauntlet clears, so I guess Gauntlet Master was from doing 100 Gauntlet clears, probably. Let me just look at it by boss. Gauntlet Master, 100 times. Okay, so that's for 50 plus 50, sure. Alright, here's Moment of Truth. 50 kills, no uniques. Well, 100 kills, no uniques across regular and corrupted. And I'm officially worried. I can only pray. So now I'm starting from 0, basically, right? Since it doesn't remember how many kills I've actually done. This is my loot haul, which is still worse than my elf pickpocketing. For significantly fewer hours and much less stress. Alright, well, I'm going to head back to Amethyst, I think. It looks like I'm losing signal? I don't know if that was a specific world or not. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to split the recording to try to fix this. Looks like I still have internet elsewhere. Okay, I think I'm back from the outage. I'm super close. I was kind of bummed because I'm really, really close to 120 unidentified materials. So I'm going to try to finish that sprint. Well, I had another outage there. I'm worried that I might be having just general Comcast issues. Keep recording for now, I guess. I'm still having these bizarre internet issues. I think I'm back. This is getting kind of frustrating though. Hey, I'm back, and it's like 12 hours later. That outage ended up lasting all day. It's the worst Comcast outage I've ever had. It's a bummer that I wasn't able to finish the unidentified materials. I'm going to do that now. Get the expert mining gloves, maybe stay here for like an hour or so, and then I got to go to my daily corrupted gauntlet clears. But I've never felt like paid attention to the actual drop rate of unidentified materials. I think it's like 1 in 20, but I'm like double dry on this last one because this is the only one I've ever cared about. I just want to get this and get my expert mining gloves and maybe try it for a little bit. This is driving me crazy. I've mined 70 ore almost and still no unidentified mineral. I saw somebody post that they thought that this area didn't drop them, but I know that it drops them because I got some the last recording. All right, I'm going to talk to Bologna and make sure that like my minerals are turned on. They were definitely on before. I made sure that they're still on. Holy shit, 120 unidentified minerals after 121 ores mined. So I went 6x dry on the drop rate. Absolutely incredible. I'm probably just going to stay here and finish this 92 mining grind before I go do the corrupted gauntlet clears. So I have the superior ones already. We need the regular ones. New item mining gloves. And then we talk to her. And we say, can you combine my mining gloves? 60 minerals. Combine my gloves. Expert mining gloves. Thank God. Okay. $92 mining at Amethyst. Oh, I got a clue geode. I'm just going to now mine Amethyst. I can do this without having to boost anymore, which is awesome. I'm going to fletch these darts, and I'm probably going to post some price check stuff in my Discord. I might come back and report that here off mute shortly. And I'm going to go do my 5 corrupted gauntlet clears for the day. So I'll come off mute if anything interesting happens in the process. Okay, so we ended up making 22,500 darts. It was a little bit more than this because I used some of them. It's about 7.8 million, almost 8 million gold worth. That adds up to like 170,000 crafting XP and a lot of fletching XP. So pretty cool. I'm probably just going to mute now and go over to Corrupted Gauntlet and get those 5 kills. I'll just come off mute if anything interesting drops. I'm not holding my breath though. I'll see ya. Alright, that's my 5 KC for the day. What do we get? Garbage, probably. Garbage. Alright, 55 KC, no drops. I'm getting super nervous. We'll do 5 more of those tomorrow. I'm going to take a break. When I come back, I'll find something AFK-ish to do. Bye. Okay, I finished. I was off mute, but I alked everything from the gauntlet so far that I had in my bank, and I went ahead and did these 4 clue scrolls. So let's see what's in the caskets real quick, and then I'm going to sign off to prep for stream. Beginner casket is nothing. Easy casket is nothing. Medium casket, trimmed green d'hide chaps. That's kind of cool. Put that in the POH. Hard one is nothing. Great. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Hey, good morning. I don't have a ton of time to play today, so I'm probably just going to do my 5 corrupted gauntlet kills. I'm trying to think of like recorded AFK stuff to do. I am probably going to start doing herb runs again soon. My argument being that I'm going to need a bunch of prayer potions and snap super restores, and probably, as much as it's going to be a pain in the ass, Saradomin brews for the Inferno. And I'd like to get one more herb lore level because then we can boost to make all of the potions in the game. I'm also considering doing rune dragons, but I might only do rune dragons once I've got the herb lore level to make extended super anti-fires. But to start, let me try to bank some of this stuff really quick. The POH. I cannot find any wolves, scorpions. There we go. Probably not going to be enough, but I'll try. Call this one a wash due to insufficient shards. Oh, there's an elite clue. I should take a break to do that real quick. I actually need to jump on a call real fast, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back from my call. I'm going to get these last 3 kills in. Shit, I forgot I had this clue scroll on me when I came back for my last kill. Do 2 more KC afterward. Oh, this is a fucking step. Dig by the ladder leading to the Dagonoth King's room. Oof. Okay. I can, but yikes. Alright, Elite Casket. What we get? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay. Back to Gauntlet we go. Alright, that's my 5kc for the day. I'm gonna go take a break. Still no drops. 60kc total. Praying. I'll see ya. Bye.
That'll conclude the episode. It didn't stretch this one out to 2 hours because, like I said, I don't think there's going to be too many more videos after this. It's really important for me to have an episode title because if the next video is just more Corrupted Gauntlet, then I'm just going to call it Corrupted Gauntlet Part 2, and I'd rather not do that. So the next segment is me doing something different. I'm going to be doing Rune Dragons AFK for the first time and then do quite a lot of that with my remaining time in Old School. Next week is also going to feature a wilderness disaster, so I'll let you get excited for that, question mark. There's a lot of reasons that I started to burn out on Old School RuneScape around this time. You can already hear me talking about it in the videos where it's like, there's vanishingly few things left for me to do. There aren't any big AFK grinds that I have left anymore. It's pretty much just Corrupted Gauntlet and the Inferno. Just so you're not expecting some kind of amazing grand finale, I had what I expect is kind of a common experience at the end of this game, which is just kind of slowly petering out. Now, I had played the game for like 3,300 hours without ever burning out, so that's an accomplishment. You don't usually get 3,300 hours out of a game before it starts to wear on you a little bit. I'll get more into the specifics of why I dropped off and what I did afterward and why once we get to the actual final clip that I have for this series. That might either be next episode, it could be the next couple episodes. We'll see once I get the editing done. Thanks as always for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.